John from New York asks, Skip, when will the NFL world finally listen to you about what you've been saying for years about Aaron Rodgers? Appreciate that, John. So the Jets got rid of their second biggest problem the other day. They fired Robert Saleh. From the start, when I watched Saleh on Hard Knocks, he just seemed to be in over his head, trying too hard. Nice guy, better suited for running a defense than overseeing an entire football team. But the main reason the Jets are 2-3, the main reason I predicted the Jets would not make the playoffs, is the quarterback whose QBR ranks 21st in the NFL as we speak. 21st. The quarterback who threw 3 interceptions in Sunday's loss to the Vikings, whose final interception ended the game, and who, vintage Aaron Rodgers, threw up his hands as if his receiver should have come back and fought for the ball that was clearly underthrown and off target. A pretty easy pick for Stephon Gilmore. He should be still a Dallas Cowboy. Don't get me started on that. But that was classic Diva Aaron Rodgers showing up his receiver. How many times have we seen that in Aaron's career? Blame deflecting. Ultimate media manipulator, blame deflector. Aaron is now going on age 41. I believe he still wants all the fame and all the fortune without having to pay the prices that Tom Brady did at this age. Brady's fire still raged at this age. Aaron's is flickering. MESS, 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 mess. Daniel Oliver asks, would you bet the over-under on Wemby winning a championship in the next 5 years? That is a good, hard question. So last season, Wemby was obviously Rookie of the Year, should have been Defensive Player of the Year because he ran away with the blocks title. Yet the Spurs went 22-60, same as the year before. So Wemby had no significant impact on wins and losses last year, which baffled me. So obviously CP3, Harrison Barnes will help bring some veteran know-how to this team this year. Surely they'll win, 10 more games, 12 more. But could CP3 and Harrison Barnes be serious contributors to a championship team in, 2, 3, 4 years? I seriously doubt that. So as much as I have loved the Spurs over the years, as you probably know, I've never been the biggest Pop fan. Just gut feeling. He was in large part a product of Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker, especially of Tim Duncan. Underrated great leader, all-time great leader. So I'm not convinced that Pop's the right coach to take Wemby to a championship level. Will this young man be regarded as the best player in the league by next season? Not this one, but next year? I say yes, he will be. But a championship inside of 5 years? I just don't see it. Okay, this is from YouTube, from Kairanjo. Skip is basically saying Bronny is terrible, doesn't even belong in the G League, but he's such a nice kid. He will be a good player. What is this nonsense? How is Skip turned into a LeBron banana boat rider? No, Kairanjo. That's not what I said. I do think Bronny's a great kid. Who doesn't think that? I also said he didn't look like he even belonged in the Summer League, let alone the G League. But I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because maybe, just maybe, he would rise to the level of NBA competition and maybe playing alongside his dad would bring out the best in Bronny. Okay, so now I've seen him in 2 preseason games, and man, it looks like Summer League all over again. Bronny's made 1 basket, 1 layup late in his first game, and that's in 2 games. JJ Redick continues to rave about what a disruptive defender Bronny can be, and he did have those 2 hustle blocks from behind in his first game, sort of mini chase downs, but in all scathing honesty, I'm sorry, I'm not seeing the explosive athleticism and that almost psycho tenacity that's required to be a lockdown NBA defender. So everybody got their feel-good moment. LeBron and Son on the court together first time in the preseason game. It was the second one, but as I keep saying, now the kid has to start backing it up. And as yet, I have seen no evidence he can back it up. So I guess I just hopped right off the banana boat. This is via email. Palmer from Washington asks, could it be possible that Jayden Daniels ends up being better than Lamar? Early gut feeling, no, not in the regular season. So what, Palmer? You predicting Jayden's going to win 3 regular season MVPs because Lamar, of course, has already won 2, and who knows, could win a couple of more before he's through. But what I can't yet know about Jayden Daniels, can he be better than Lamar in the postseason? As much as I love Lamar, as much as I've defended Lamar, I cannot defend his 2-4 postseason record. And the fact that he still hasn't made it to a Super Bowl while Mahomes has played in 4 and won 3. And he, obviously, as you remember in the AFC Championship game at Baltimore last year, Lamar tried to be Mahomes and paid the price for that. So all I know for sure so far about Jayden is, man, I sure was impressed with how he performed under those Monday night lights against Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. I saw big stage clutch. Jayden's Commanders are 6.5-point underdogs at Baltimore Sunday. So I'll say Lamar and company win the game, but that Jayden plays very well and that his team covers. I'll take Jayden in those 6.5 and run with it the way Jayden runs. Michael from Nigeria asks, do you think Russell Westbrook can have an impact on the Nuggets and finally win a championship this season? Michael, I appreciate the question. I was impressed with just how much Ty Lue got out of Russ as a 6th man last season. But I remind you, the Clippers did not keep Russ. So now at almost 36, Russ is on his 6th team, and I do not think Russell Westbrook will have championship impact on a team that, I remind you, just won a championship 2 years ago. I'll say to Nikola Jokic what I've said to several other superstars: be careful what you wish for with Russ. Superstars get blinded by the triple doubles. He averaged 4 times in 5 years. That was impossibly great. We get that, but I'll say it again. Russ is a solo act of a stat machine. He plays hard for Russ, for his stats, not so much for winning basketball games. He's still too much of an out-of-control turnover machine who can't shoot. That can be a lethal combination, and he can still be bull in China shop. See basket, attack basket blindly. I've just never thought Russell Westbrook was a winning basketball player. Just doesn't have a point guard's feel for controlling the game. Supremely athletic to be sure, blast to watch, but not ultimately to play with. Kevin Durant left Russell Westbrook. James Harden left Russell Westbrook. Paul George left Russell Westbrook. Chris Paul couldn't make it work with Russell Westbrook. LeBron and AD pushed the Lakers to go get Russ, then very soon pushed the Lakers to please get Russ out of here. I'm pretty sure Ty Lue didn't fight to keep Russ. So now Joker is the latest superstar to get blinded by Russ's triple-double legacy. Joker is such a great passer, such a student of the game, that it won't take long for him to say, wait a second, this guy can be a nightmare to play with. He's just what the doctor ordered for the Nuggets. Dr. Frankenstein.